Didn't they say though, like, no, they're not gay, they're 7 years old?
They're adults.
I mean, they got the...
Doesn't Ernie have like a job? Could be totally making that up.
A lot of kids have jobs. Her privilege is showing. Can you believe this? Hey guys, I'm Jack O'Shea.
And I'm Mikaela Pascal.
And this is Who's on Top, the show where we each rank our top 5 favorite things about an exciting topic, and then you tell us who made the best list, or
who's on top.
Who's on top? Okay, so today, Mikaela, we are going to be ranking our top 5 favorite TV bromances. You know, boys.
The boys.
The BFFs, but they're male.
Kiss.
No, but in fan fiction, that is very common.
Kiss.
I do love, though, what's great about a lot of TV shows is if they're on long enough, the fan fiction does become reality. It's like Grey's Anatomy. Every single character at this point is bi.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we need another relationship for them. Let's have these two characters.
Let's have these two kids.
Who are both married to women and have been for 30 years and have slept with a bunch of nurses. They're now. Also, there is already a list over at ranker.com where thousands of people have already voted on who their favorite TV bromances are. So we're gonna be comparing our list with the general public's throughout the episode. And also make sure you guys go over there and vote your favorites to the top. You know the deal. Okay, what's your number 5?
Okay, so my number 5 is ranker's number 3. Chandler and Joey.
That's my number 5 too.
Okay. I just think they're very cute. They added just like such a good razzle to the show. It's just like they're very sweet. They live together and they kind of acted like a married couple a little bit.
Of all the friends, they're the two that are the closest, and it's really sweet. Early Friends, they really highlight that it's like Chandler and Joey.
Yeah.
You hide my clothes, I'm wearing everything you own. Oh my God!
I really put them there too, just out of like respect.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot of great bromances, but it's like, yeah, you can't not mention them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 4 is ranker's number 2. JD and Turk from Scrubs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that is kind of like one of those relationships that a lot of guys have, or a lot of people in general, of the like, you work with someone, so you see them all day at probably the place you don't want to be. So therefore, like, they just become inseparable, and they live together, and they're just very cute. They did have a song together called Guy Love about their friendship, and my favorite line in it is,
"There's nothing gay about it in our eyes."
That came out like when peak no homo culture, when men couldn't do anything without saying no homo, because everybody was afraid of being told they were gay. What a different time we live in now. It's a better time we live in now.
It's a much better time.
Okay, so my number 4 was ranker.com's number 15, Nick Miller and Schmidt from New Girl. We love New Girl.
We love New Girl.
Has to be our most watched show. When we can't figure out what to put on, we just put on New Girl.
It's like beyond my comfort show at this point. If I start watching it in between shows, I can't turn it off. I will only want to watch that for the rest of the day.
And it's the Bert and Ernie, Felix and Oscar, Joey and Chandler relationship, where it's like you got one who's kind of messy, doesn't have his life together, and you have the one who's very like OCD and everything has to be clean.
Why is my towel still damp?
Because it's not your towel, it's my towel, Schmidt.
Intimate.
Are you out of your mind?
Who's number 3?
My number 3 is ranker's number 11. Just the good old classic Bert and Ernie. You know, I just think that they were great characters, obviously. You grow up with them, so and you see what friendship really is between two males, you know, Bert and Ernie. But now, as adults, we do find out apparently they were in a relationship. That is what
Okay, so I always
apparently what happened.
This is Sesame Street, basically trying to teach people, well, you know, teach the kids like homosexual relationships. I thought that was really sweet and beautiful and everything. Didn't they say though, like, no, they're not gay, they're 7 years old? Like, are they kids?
I think we could all agree that all bromances stem from Bert and Ernie.
Yes. Okay. My number 3, and this is the only unranked one on my list, is The Gruesome Twosome. This is from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The Gruesome Twosome is Frank Reynolds and Charlie Kelly. And this is the realest bromance in TV history. These two live in a cat-infested Philadelphia apartment. They share a bed. It's like Ernie and Ernie or Joey and Joey, but times a million. It's good. They have paint together, you know, to go to sleep. What they'll do is they'll huff a bunch of glue and eat a bunch of cat food so that you feel really sick, and then you can, you know, fall asleep. And it's just a part of their daily routine, and it's great. So The Gruesome Twosome, they're my number 3.
Right, my number 2 is ranker's number 14. Ted and Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I like this because Ted is so in love with Marshall that in their friendship. He's also part of Marshall's relationship.
Yeah.
Like every Halloween they go as like a 3-person Halloween.
Who eats salt and pepper without humans?
I feel like they're one of the only show bromances that kind of the entire time, all they do is talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
They don't do a whole lot of mess around stuff that's more like Barney stuff, but it's
Yeah.
like Ted and Marshall are always talking about their feelings and their problems very openly and very healthily.
My number 2 is Ranker.com's number 18, Seth Cohen and Ryan Atwood from The OC. This is, so it's Adam Brody and whoever the short guy who plays Ryan is. Ryan is, you know, he had a tough upbringing. And Seth, he had a very privileged upbringing.
Very privileged. Just like you and me and my privileged life,
Yes.
and you and your tough upbringing.
I grew up in the streets of a nice suburb. And my favorite line from The OC is in the first episode when Ryan says to a guy who I don't think the guy was really messing with him in any way, "You know what I like about rich kids?"
You know what I like about rich kids? Nothing.
God, The OC is so bad, but so goddamn good. Who's your number 1?
My number 1 is Ranker's number 15. Schmidt and Nick. Schmidt and Nick are just my favorite TV characters. They do everything together. They take care of each other because you got the guy's got his life together in the slob, because that's what we do. But he loves him, so he's gonna take care of him. One of my favorite scenes with them is when Schmidt gives Nick a cookie out of nowhere. And all day he's like, what do you want from me, man?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
What does this mean?
So he went to the store and he buys him a cookie and he's like,
What is this? You gave me a cookie, I gave you a cookie. You gave me a cookie, gave you a cookie. Gave me a cookie, got you a cookie.
The show's so good.
anyways, what's your number 1?
Okay, so my number 1 is Ranker.com's number 7, and if you've seen previous episodes of this show, you could probably have guessed this. Corey Matthews and Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World.
I don't know how many times that show has popped up in our episode.
Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World. It's the best show. Like the show, like they're the only ones in our list that they're like kids, right?
Yeah.
So they have such a tight bond because it's like, okay, they're best friends, but they're also best friends in like a TV show about coming of age moments. And because it's a TV show, they go through every single one of them. It's like, well, what, we gotta show kids what it's like if they come across a dead body. They did that. Cheats on a test. They cheats on their girlfriend. All these things, they've been through it all. And
Do you know what the answer always is? Go to an adult.
it is always, it's go to an adult, and if your parents are being weird about it, go to your really cool hip teacher that might adopt you in Sean Hunter's case.
Yes.
Cool, all right, well, there you guys have it. Those are our top 5 bromances in TV history. Do we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments, or better yet, just get over to Ranker.com and vote your favorites to the top. And as always, let us know in the comments which one of us you guys think had the best list, or
Who's on top, bro?
who's on top? Bro.
Bro.
No homo.
No.